is Anca Merrill. I'm from Romania. I was born in a village, in a Hungarian village here in Romania with no indoor plumbings. At the age of 3, I lost a very special person from my life, and that was my mother. The only memories I have with my mother is when she was holding me and loving on me, and then my second memory was when I was sitting outside on the bench in my grandma's lap, and all these people dressed in black with flowers in their heads were walking and kissing on my mother, and my first thought was, why is she not getting up? But as I was looking into their faces, I see that something bad happened, and then at that day I didn't lose just my mother, but I also lost a father that because of the pain and not knowing how to deal with that pain, he decided to drink. He just drank and he didn't care for us, and then my grandma had to move in with us, and she became like a mother to me. She started taking care of us and loving on us, and but then later on, because of her old age, suddenly she got really sick and died, and that was very devastating for me. I felt with no hope. I was so upset with God, and I thought, why would He take care? Why He will take away something so dear to my heart? Because of my father drinking and everything, he decided to put us in an orphanage, in a state orphanage, me and my brother, and that was very hard. I still remember the day when I was walking towards the orphanage and I saw all these kids. They were all with short hair, they were all dressed the same, and I thought, man, these look like boys. Then a staff member walked into the room, and first thing she said is she said, you need to change your clothes. So she gave me all these clothes, and I changed, and then she put a number on my clothes, and I thought, wow, everybody's number over here, and it was like a refugee camp. Then she walked me upstairs into the room, and there was about 20 beds in that room, and all these kids fighting and screaming, and I thought, I can't live here. I have to run away. That weekend my father came to pick me up, and I had a talk with him, and I told him, I said, listen, if you're not planning to take me out of there, I promise you I'll kill myself, because I cannot live in such a place. So he promised me, he said, if you can last for this semester because of school and everything, I promise I'll take you out of there. Well, same year, the communists fell, and lots of missionaries start coming into our orphanage, and they start sharing the gospel with us. And there was this particular person that came and started investing into my life and started loving on me and caring for me, and started sharing the gospel with me, and I started accepting the God's love that I never understood, and I started having hope that I never had it in the orphanage. I thought it's hopeless, but then when this sponsor became part of my life, I realized there is still hope, and God is still on the throne. There is still plans for me. The same year, I visited in one of the weekend. I went home to visit my family, and my dad actually got murdered in that day, and that was pretty sad, because even though he didn't care for us, he was still my dad, and I still loved him. But because of the love of Christ, I started understanding that God can use even a situation like this. He can still use it for His glory. Later on, as we started talking and getting to know the sponsor and everything, they helped me get my feet on the ground, and later on they helped me to get to the States, where I studied social work, and I met my husband over there. He was a doctor, and we got married, and we had a son, and then both of us felt the call into the mission. So we start praying, and after I got my citizenship and all the paperwork done, we both decided to come back to Romania so we can help others as I got the help. So we came to Romania, and I started volunteer into an orphanage where I met this little boy. His name was Alin. He was this very special boy, and I just felt that God wants me to do something for this little boy. I came home and I had a talk with my husband, and we both started praying, and then we felt like God wants us to do something for this little boy. we started the process to get him into our home. And then not long after he came into our home, we started loving on him, and he loved on us, and he started calling mom and dad. And then we heard all kinds of stories about Aline. We really realized that he has 50 siblings, and his mom was a prostitute. She used to use the kids for begging, stealing, digging in the trash, abusing them. My little one, my Aline, was abused by his father, and he had his struggle, and that was pretty hard. But with the love that he received in our home, he was able to overcome that, and he's very dear to our heart. Because of the need in the orphanages, and we decided to start praying and see where God leads, and then God opened a door for us where we were able to have a home for the children, and we got 10 more kids in our home. And it's such a blessing and honor to have these kids part of our lives. It's such a joy to give back what you received, and we just want to thank you all for all that you've done for us at the Finding Hope. It's a blessing to know that there is people out there that care, and all the sponsors. We want to really thank you for investing in these kids' lives. And no, sometimes we feel like we cannot help them all, but it makes a difference. Even if you help one, for that one, it's a big difference. And you plant a little seed, and God can multiply it. And thank you so much. We sure appreciate it, and may God bless you.